guys, welcome back to part 2 of my sort of double header. It's sort of a combination. Last week I did that feature on the Porsches. I included some of the cars that I received recently in a shipment from Sounds Limited. You would have seen the preview of the website in the intro. All of the cars featured today, although not all Porsches, will have come from Sounds Limited, so do check them out. I will post all of their contact details in the description box below. They've got a huge range of die-casts. It's not just Hot Wheels, not just Matchbox. They've got so many brands and some cool accessories to go with it as well. They are sort of my go-to place for hard to find stuff that I probably won't find on the shelf. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So usually the stuff that disappears off the shelves first, I turn to Shiraz at Sounds Limited, and he usually hooks me up. So big shout out to them. Thanks for coming through again. And okay, so last week I pulled all of the Porsches, some of the recent ones, some that I got in these shipments, and so today I'll feature the premiums that I didn't feature last week. It's a bit of a lucky packet moment. I think I don't really remember what's in the box. To be quite honest, I've seen all of the cars, but because I received 2 packages over the course of a month, I maybe had a quick look at them just to see that everything was in good condition. But other than that, I don't actually remember what's in here. So yeah, let's get to it. One of them you would have seen last week. I think it's the only Porsche in here. He managed to hook me up with the RWB Porsche 930, a very popular one. As I mentioned last week, I missed the boat on this completely. Even though the set did hit some of our shelves, they were either never made it to the pegs or were snapped up upon stocking. I didn't see them at all. So big shout out to Sounds Limited. Was able to pick up one, and then I picked up another one from a fellow collector locally. So yeah, happy to have 2 of them. Obviously, if there are some restocks, I might pick up 1 or 2 more. But yeah, I think for now 2 of them are brilliant. Okay, cool. This is actually pretty cool. I was looking forward to getting this one. Again, this had hit our shelves, one of the first ones to disappear, as they always do. The cool combis, very popular here. They don't last on the shelves. Doesn't matter what the deco is. This obviously is in the Mattel 80-year anniversary, which is this year. I have seen, and I'll pop up some pictures here, I have seen that throughout the year we're going to be getting various cars in this deco. The one that I saw today was the Mattel Dream Machine. I don't know if that's actually hit the shelves in the US yet. To be honest, I think I actually saw it in stock on the Sounds Limited website, so do check that out. I'll post the link down below for that one as well in particular. So we'll be seeing this deco, it looks like, throughout the year on various models. The Dream Machine is in the basics, so not a premium, but the card art looks I think identical to this. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else they do in this deco. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's obviously an anniversary car, so it'll stand out for a couple of years. Okay, cool. So the box was marked as containing a free gift. So again, shout out to Sounds Limited. They sent me these cool, if it will focus, metal Hot Wheels pins. Very reminiscent of the ones, so you threw in quite a few of these. And it's not gonna focus. There we go. Sort of glare on the yeah, these metal pins are very reminiscent of the stuff that you get off the RLC website. Actually, I have a couple of those sets as well. So yeah, high quality. Looks to be some sort of metal, and then they've got the plastic tabs at the back. So very cool. Thank you so much for that. I'll be sharing that with fellow collectors or the kids if they show much interest. One that I could pick up locally, but I had already placed my order with Sounds Limited. The very cool Alfa Romeo GTV. This is this is the best deco yet, in my opinion. I have the here we go. I do have the Chase, the Car Culture Chase on the shelf behind me, and probably a lot of people will say, okay, well, that's quite a unique deco. But we've had them in premium only in the red, and what other color did we get it in the premium? I'm trying to think now. Was it a white? I know that the basics has had quite a few recolors, but the premium ones, as far as I can remember, have always had sort of the plainer. The plain flat color, no actual racing deco on here, but this one's actually quite well decorated in that iconic Alfa Romeo with the clover logo down the side. That's very cool. Shadow. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll have to think about what the other color was, but anyway, I think this one by far is my favorite. I like that the sort of mix of Italian colors matches my Italian shirt. Cool. This one I think I threw up very quickly in a preview video. The 190e Evo Mercedes-Benz in sort of a Zamac finish, not sort of, it is a Zamac finish. I did at some stage wonder if it wasn't maybe a silver paint, but that looks very Zamac-y. I don't think, yeah, that's definitely, I don't think it's a metallic paint. That does look like a bare metal sort of texture. So yeah, very cool. They've got a very good strike rate with the 190Es. The decos usually very simple, but very, very well executed. Obviously with the aero wheels, it goes nicely with this casting. There you go, Evo and Zamac. And then some boulevards. Oh, so this is from the Car Culture. The Alfa Romeo is from the Boulevard series. The Cool Combi was from the Pop Culture series. The RW Porsche from the latest Pop Culture series. We've got 2 Boulevards coming up. Yeah, I actually like this one. I like this. I think was a bit of a peg warmer. I seem to recall seeing it also in videos out of the US. Usually this one that was left hanging. Not quite sure why. I really like the older Volvos, and this one's got an interesting deco as opposed to the I think the first one that we saw was not the first one. The first one I think was in that sort of teal. It was in that Alpine or the Swiss Alps set, and then there was that the downhill, was it the downhill or down mountain races, something to that effect, or that had the orange one. That wasn't too great, but this one I think, yeah, this works. Works very well. Trying to minimize the glare. You can obviously pause the video if you want to take a closer look at the deco, get past the shine. But yeah, quite like this one. I like the casting, so I'll probably always pick those ones up. Another popular one. This one not left hanging for any length of time here. I've mentioned it before. Any VW bus, always very popular. We haven't seen, I don't remember when we last saw the Samba bus. We've obviously seen this casting in other brands before, but the Samba bus, I don't recall when we last saw it. I'll do some digging and see what if this specific casting is new, or if we have seen this one before. Very cool. Yeah, so this one falls in that harder to find category, something that I would not have found on the shelves here, on the pegs. No chance. And then another car culture one, bit of an older set, the race day one. Everybody obviously focusing on the Rexy Porsche in this set. If you have a look at the back, those are the cars from this set. The Rexy being the standout, and obviously the pink one being the chase. But this one, I think this one is my favorite from this set. This BMW 320 Group 5 Racer, the large spoiler. If I'm not mistaken, we usually see this in Jägermeister deco, so this sort of leans that way. I like it. Not too fond of the other cars. It's a little boring, to be quite honest. Like maybe could have done a bit more with the deco on the other three. The Corvette's not bad. I've seen worse, but the Nissan and the Bentley, that's a tad boring. I think that's why these were the popular ones from that set. You know, I haven't picked up any of the others yet. I've yet to pick up a Rexy Porsche. I would like one to add, especially just to add it to the Porsche collection that seems to be growing by the day. So yeah, but that's one that definitely you won't find on the pegs. There's no chance. I have actually reached out to Sounds Limited. They only have the full sets. They don't have the loose ones anymore. So if I want the Rexy Porsche, I'm gonna have to buy the whole set, which will leave me with some extras. But I don't know if I'm really gonna go that route. And then another one that I was surprised to easily get from them. Another car culture, the previous car culture set. Oh, it's the same set as the 190e, the Evo. Is the BNR, the BC&R 33 Skyline. These tend to be. It looks like the R32 and the R33s tend to be a little less popular. So these are usually featured in either in premiums or in the Fast and Furious sets. They tend to stick around, surprisingly. I actually quite like the lines on these. I like the little bit more rounded lines, where the R34 and the 35 tend to have a little bit harsher, straighter lines. A lot meaner, a lot hulkier stances than these. But I actually like these. I like these models, or these versions of it. So I don't mind them. I actually quite like it when they feature something other than the 34 and the 35. But this one, just a simple Gredi or G-Ready, however you want to pronounce that, deco. That's usually plain white with the blue stripe and the blue logo. Is usually how you find those. That's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. Looks like 8 cars. So yeah, that's it for this week. Nice little feature. A good haul of premiums. If I had to pick my favorites, no surprises. There you go. Those two are my favorites. By quite some distance as well. Second favorites. say that this is number 3 and 4. Really liking those. So yeah, if you want yours, you're in South Africa, head on over to soundslimited.co.za. I'll post the links below. Like I said, they've got a huge range, they've got multiple shipping options, they've got multiple payment options. So if you struggle to find stuff on the shelf as I have, turn to them. They usually can sort you out one way or another. So yeah, that's it for this week. I'll see you guys again probably next week. I've got a few chases to show off, minor chases, nothing too spectacular, but still chases nonetheless. And then we'll see from there. Okay, keep well, guys. See you next week. Cheers.